done? Okay, my turn.
Oh, good grief. I don't think this tree is worth it. But let's play with the monsters. Okay, I changed my mind. I definitely want to kill them. Got him! Yes, 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 I got him. Well, good morning. We're back in Middle-earth, and as you can see, we are once again joined by Miss Medriel, who is still in Moria, and is getting ready to talk to Bori to help him with his preparations. Alright, hello Bori, how are you? As you can see, he has three separate quests, all for this chapter.
We need weapons and armor that can be repaired or melted down.
Even if my plan goes smoothly, both groups of dwarves will be in danger. Arcs of the White Hand are deadly, and there is sure to be fighting. We're low on equipment, though, and certainly lack the armor and weapons my two teams will require. If you could find dented armor, broken blades, and cracked shields on orcs throughout Selimelech, the Redhorn Lodes, and within their camps, this equipment might be repaired. If they are too damaged, we could melt them down and use them to make new weapons and armor. In either case, I will be able to equip my teams with the weapon and armor victory will require. Alright.
My plan requires as many courageous dwarves as will volunteer.
I will need the help of the bravest dwarves of this company if my plan is to succeed, Medriel. One group will make a feint against the guarded junction on the eastern road, and I will lead the other against Stasgra, the encampment of the White Hand. Speak with the dwarves in the 21st Hall and recruit as many as you can for my mission. Bring to their minds visions of honor and of valor, for there will be both in great supply. Once the White Hand is driven from Moria, we will have peace beneath the mountains. Okay.
I need to know the lay of Stosnak if my plan is to succeed.
One team of dwarves will lead a diversionary strike on an outpost on the eastern road in order to draw the main body of White Hand orcs out of their camp, Stasnak. At that time, a second group will stealthily enter Stasnak and defeat the White Hand leader. I need information about these locations. Medriel, examine the strength of the force along the eastern road and become familiar with the layout of Stasnak. I want you to collect barrels of black powder from within Stasnak and return them to me. We must deprive them of this dangerous weapon wherever we can. Investigate these locations and return to me with any information you discover. My father is always telling me that information is among a dwarf's mightiest weapons. How we wield the information you bring back will determine the success of my plan. Alright, so. Well, the second of the three tasks is the easiest, because we just gotta go find a bunch of dwarves and talk to them. So we'll start with that. Oh, here's a dwarf over here. We'll start with him.
The orcs of Moria have much to account for.
I will gladly volunteer for young Bori's mission. The sooner the White Hand is cast from Moria, the safer we will all be. Let none call Stilling coward. And we have Sebi here.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
I have a great deal of respect for Bori, of course, but I have enough work to do without casting stones at a nest of hornets. This plan is ill-conceived, and unless Lord Bosie or Broger order it themselves, I will have no part of it. So that's one yes and one no. So let's talk to Weather.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Do not question my valor, Runekeeper, but I will not follow young Bori to my death. Lord Broger has already lost his son on this endeavor. Unless someone wiser than Bori lead the assault on Stasnok, I fear that Lord Bosie will lose his as well. So, one yes, two no's. And it's got Skygni.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
What is this plan of Bori's? Divisionary strike? I'm old-fashioned, and I do not appreciate such tactics. Enemies should be challenged head-on. Even if this were more to my liking, I have too many tasks on my plate and not enough time in which to complete them all. It's a shame that I cannot fight alongside the young master. So, we've only gotten one yes so far.
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
I already have tasks to do, Medriel. I am sorry that I cannot help Bori with his mission, but I respect him for this undertaking. Okay, so 4 no's and a yes.
I will help Bori with his errand. Great honor will be ours.
I will follow my Lord Bori's son into battle, and gladly. The White Hand's time in Moria will soon be at an end. Alright, so we have 4 and 2. Not really good odds there. I mean, not very good odds at all. That means a clear 2/3 of the dwarves do not agree.
Those are all the dwarves who volunteered?
Wonderful.
No matter, it's fine.
Have you found brave dwarves to execute my plan? Bori listens as you tell him of Stilling and Whiffy, the volunteers you recruited. He waits expectantly for more, and then his face falls. That's all. Only 2 dwarves? How can this be, Medriel? That is barely enough for one group. Well, I am sure you did your best. I will manage somehow. Alright. So that was step 1. Talking to dwarves. And like I said, clearly a clear 2/3 of them did not agree with the plan. Or, well, 1 or 2 were kind of like, yeah, maybe it might work, but you know, I'm really busy here, and actually I'd rather have somebody with a little more experience to follow than him. Alright, so the next stage is to run out here and gather stuff. Now we can gather it from the ground. We can gather it by killing mobs. We'll probably be doing a combination of both. Okay, so we need 10 of each thing. Armor, blades, and shields. think there's any armor up here. I'll check. Nope. Okay. Alright. Let's kill this defiler. We got a cracked shield down here. Broken blade over that way. And we'll come back to that spot in a minute. Dented armor. Alright, let's go back out this way. I saw several things there. How are we doing? Heh. She's going after the sage's locker. I'm like, dear, you're not a scholar. Dented armor. We're almost halfway done. Okay. I don't see anything over this way. Alright. Back the way we came. I think there's any down here. There probably is, but I do know that there's one or two this way. Iron Garrison Resource Crate. Now, these are... Let's see.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Looks like the resource instance I would want. At least I'm guessing. See some dented armor over this way. So it looks like we have quite a few of the pieces now. Oh, and that one quest where you had to help one or another dwarf, Well, here's the other dwarf you would have had to help. So, obviously, you don't end up having to help both of them. But, if you didn't want to help the one over in the hall, you could help that one instead. Alright, so we have everything except for blades. And we still need 3 of those. I see a blade over here by this warg rider. We are 2 away from that one. Let's see if this guy will give me one. Nope. He didn't. He's stingy. Alright, he gave me one. Okay, so I only need 1 more now. Well, I'm either going to get that 1 more from this guy, or... Okay. Now, while we're out here, we want to go to the guarded junction, which is... means we're headed to 2nd Hall. Now, usually, if I was doing that, I would also go ahead and grab the dwarf's quests that are there. But I think I'm going to skip them for the moment, because I'm pretty sure at some point you're led there anyway to talk to him. So, not necessary at this moment. Let's see, this is Nud Malek. And isn't that impressive? You kind of can't see it. It's dark. Very dark in here. But they're giant stone trees. And that's the dwarf I'm talking about. He has several quests. Like I said, we won't be taking his quest right now. We will, however, be headed out this way. And these mobs are yellow. So we're going to have some fun dodging what we can and fighting what we can't dodge. And I'm not a dummy. Let's eat some food. Ouch. Okay. Eagle crack. This is the 2nd hall. And he's probably going to chase me. But maybe he won't. Oh, and these big braziers. You'll want to remember them, because one of the quests that dwarf has is to light them. Okay. So, I'm gonna just follow along this path here. Just avoid as much as we can for the moment. We'll be dealing with enough of them in a minute. Because unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hide from all the mobs. Okay, there's our bridge. Not the safest bridge in the world. And, yeah, that's a very, very big fall. You don't want to go down that way. There's a whole river of lava. That's not the path we want. Or is it the path we want? Oh, it might actually be. Okay. Yep, it's time to get off our horse. We're gonna do a little fighting. Alright. I don't like these guys, but got no choice. Don't like lag either. Alright, up we go. We'll come back this way again at some point because there is a place way far back in here with some fun stuff. You have discovered the deep crossroad. You assess the strength of the force at the guarded junction. Alright. So, get on our horse. Or goat. Head back this way. And while we're over here, let's make a run for the first hall stable. Because that is one of 2 or 3 we still don't have. At least I'm pretty sure we still don't have it. This way, down this big hallway, which amazingly seems to still have all of its giant lights intact. Past this marauder that's going to chase us. Past this Moria guard that's probably also going to chase us. And another Moria guard. Well, it's a good thing this is a fast goat. Wow, we have all the guards out today. Isn't that lovely? And they're all chasing us. And I've discovered another spot. So we've never been this way, which is the way I would have gone to get to the first hall, which means I have most likely not been there yet. Now, remember this spot because that dwarf in second hall is going to pause there for one of his quests. And actually, I should have... Well, we'll do that when we do his quest. We'll be getting both sides of the bridge. And yes, the bridge that Gandalf held the Balrog off on. You can see it right there, with its big break right in the middle. The Bridge of Khazad-dûm. So we'll go down this way. Very dark, but very beautiful architecture when you get close enough to see it. Very long hallway that you kind of want to stay in the middle of because there are occasionally mobs on either side. You have discovered the first hall. Okay, discovered the first hall, and it is very well guarded. I don't know why these guys aren't helping out elsewhere, but okay. And now we have the first hall stable.
These halls will be great once
The
more.
only thing it seems, well, I know we're missing Shadowed Refuge. And it looks like I'm missing an Azarmecum, which is the Flaming Deep. But while we're here, we're going to go head out, if it'll let me. You're too busy to do that right now. Well, you know, if you weren't lagging... But we're going to go out here. And we are at Mekambizru.
Hail, friend, and well met.
And this is part of Lothlorien. So we could run up this way and start grabbing the stables, but we're going to go back for now. But yeah, this is kind of the in-between Moria and Lothlorien space. And you would actually have had to do all the quests here and get up an adequate amount of rep in order to even enter Lothlorien once upon a time. If you didn't have that rep, the elves of Lothlorien would shoot you on sight and kill you. They don't do that anymore. And that's another riddle. And in fact, remember when we were at the Guarded Junction, I said later we'd go back because there's another thing we need to see there. Well, that's what we need to see there. There's a big riddle there, which is kind of fun.
These halls will be great
Where
once
we
more.
headed? We could swift travel to Dolven View and cut through the Way of Smiths to get to Redhorn Lodes, because that's where our barrels of powder are. Alright, we'll do that. And while we're there, maybe we will go ahead and handle some of the Redhorn Lode quest. Why not? We're there. We're up to the challenge. Now, I could have done a slow travel and collected some more points of interest. Yeah, trust me, this is not the slow travel. This is actually the fast travel. Nice view of the stone trees as we disappear. But it would have taken a few minutes. And I don't think you wanted to sit around for all of that.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Let's go to the deep descent. Oh, we got all sorts of junk, don't we? Yes, we do. We have a bunch of junk in our bags. Wow, we were very close to the edge of that bridge. And I have lagged off that bridge before. Needless to say, that was one of those WTF moments. Alright, so let's head down the Way of Smiths. like I said, it cuts through into Redhorn Lodes. And since I'm familiar with it, it's easier for me to get to Redhorn Lodes that way than some other ways. There's a grod bog there. We'll go ahead and jump there. A Moria guard that we're just going to ignore. He's going to try to follow us. That worm might. Has been used too recently. Well, I know it has. I opened it. The Great Delving, the Way of Smiths. And hopefully they have used the industrial can of Raid here to get rid of the potential of all these eggs hatching. And we're on the other side, entering into the Redhorn Lodes. I'll be honest, probably not my absolute favorite place in Moria, but not too bad. But since the epic does come this way, because this is where we're going to find our barrels of powder, we might as well go ahead and tend to any tasks that they have for us too. You look at the place, though, it's pretty impressive. Whoever designed the graphics and the scenery for Moria, they did an excellent job. I have to commend them for that. It's a fantastic looking place. Alright, so there's actually another way you end up coming to Moria. It's doing quests that lead you this way. And we'll probably even run into those eventually.
We have seen naught of Durin's bane.
Some of our
Beware if
finest-
you journey into Moria.
Some of our finest dwarves are gone. Arkwatch was once a warmer place, but the day has come and gone when our old friends called this place home. It was a sad day when they parted for riches and fame in deeper parts of the Redhorn Lodes. You should lament with my fellow dwarves here, who may have more words to say on the matter. I need to get back to my ale.
I am not sure Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
Indeed, it feels empty here without them. Our friends set out for untold riches, but I have my doubts. There is much left, with all the orcs scurrying about down below, not to mention the Gredbig. Ingefast hinted to me, before they left, that he believed the Fellowship would part ways somewhere along the way. Ingefast wanted to stick together, with all the dangers they might face down there. Some were intent on heading to the southern cavern, while Ingefast and Roar were interested in the rich ore found around the old mining tracts. Okay. That's our first quests that we've picked up. There are others. Where are they? I know that's not the only one. Of course, it might be the only one right now, if I've not picked up the quest I need coming here. Oh, there's Osor. Let's talk to him. Totally missed him going down.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Roar couldn't stop talking about the adventures he and his fellow dwarves would see down in Redhorn. He is a miner at heart, and has stayed here in Arkwatch far too long. His heart ached for the ore he knew was out there. If you see my dear old friend, please send my greetings. So I need to find another dwarf to talk to. He's down here.
It is said that Durin's bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
Our old friends have departed, and will be missed, but I do worry about them. They left with an ill goat who was struggling to pull their supply wagon. I think their goat may have left a mess on the road behind them. Could you follow the road down towards the Redhorn cavern floor, and make sure the dwarves made out all right? Please take this shovel, and help clear the road of the mess they left behind. Clean up goat droppings on the road. Yeah, that's really what I came here to do. Clean up some goat poop. Ew, and instead of shoveling it away, she picks it up with her hands. And they did say it was a sick goat. So, what, did it have diarrhea? Which way are we going? Over here. And down. It used to be there were mobs along this that you had to fight. Seems that they've cleaned those up. There are mobs below us. Alright, we've cleaned up goat poop. I feel so accomplished. I don't care. It doesn't matter, I'm not actually touching it. Oh, you smell ripe. Oh, did you clean up the roads behind us? The goats pulling our wagon down from Arkwatch didn't seem too well. Thank you for cleaning up the mess, but please quickly take it over to the pile near the goat. You are looking a little green from this smell, and I might join you soon.
It is said that Durin's bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
Other than our goat not feeling well, we've run into a lot of orcs which are in the way of the ore we came down here for. We didn't make it a night before the Fellowship out of Arkwatch parted ways. Cooley took Audi with him to search the southern caverns for treasure and ore, and Knack went with Cappy and headed east through the orcs. I worry about those two. I hope they made it wherever they were headed.
We can only hope that Durin's bane sleeps deeply.
I'm glad our friends at the Arkwatch sent you to check on us. You didn't heed their warning of trouble down here, and they were right. You came just in time. We have always had trouble with the Moria orcs lurking in dark places, but the White Hand orcs just march in and take what they want. Moria orcs once claimed most of the Redhorn Lodes, but they let their guard down, and recently the White Hand stormed in and seized control of most of the territory. It's mayhem out there over our precious ore. You should join the fray And while they're distracted fighting each other, we will have an opportunity to weaken them both. It's time to strike while the iron is hot. And of course, more requests just popped up.
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
I was out scouting the movements of the orcs, and I overheard a pair of white-hand archers that wandered by. They didn't see me, and I was able to eavesdrop on their conversation. They mentioned that a white-hand raiding party assaulted the Moria orcs. They fended it off, but took many losses. It sounds like the White Hand is gaining control of the Redhorn. It would bode ill for all of Moria if they gain control of the resources here. Runekeeper, the only chance we has is if they maintain their struggle, while we work to weaken them both. I suggest that you begin by making sure the White Hand raiding parties cease their assault. Look for the White Hand raiding parties between the two tribes of orc encampments.
Oh, glorious day! We shall soon restore Moria.
Those bloated orcs are stealing our ore. It's intolerable to see them stealing what should be ours. Dwarves found and built this mine first. I wonder what they're finding in the veins they're tapped into. It's one thing if they're smelting forms of iron or steel, but another thing entirely if they manage to find mithril. Snatch ore from their dead orc fingers. It would be best to obtain ore from both tribes of orcs to see what they found. Okay, I don't think there's anything upstairs. We'll go check real quick, because I would prefer not to miss out on any quest if I can avoid it. I don't see anything up here. Okay, go down this level. I think we might be done talking to these guys for the moment. Nope, nothing from us or Isolf or anyone else that I can see. Okay, good. And all this because we want to come up here and gather black powder. Amazing, huh? Alright. Let me see how much time I have left. I'll be right back. Well, we're already at about 43 minutes. So, we're not going to be able to get too much more done. We'll take a quick look around. And, of course, the Deep Claw will leave us alone if we leave it alone. Rodbog will also leave us alone. I see one of our black powders. We'll go ahead and grab that. And we discovered another spot down here, Malmazel. And if I remember right, we're going to be able to discover a lot of the spots down here just by doing the Redhorn Lodes quests. Not every single one, but most of them. So it actually makes it useful to do these. And of course, okay, just a couple of doors that don't go anywhere. And as usual, I still wish that we could explore more of the interiors of this place. That would be so much fun. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Maybe you can tell me what I'm looking for, huh? Oh, I've defeated a white hand orc. That's a good start. And got one over there guarding that barrel of powder, so we need to take him out too. Oh, you're just a Grodbig. Okay. We've actually found 5 of our 8 powders so far. That's good. Now this guy, he's a quest leader. We'll leave him alone. I have discovered Mademoiselle. We discovered another spot, and this is this is the spot I want right here. This is the one that has the, was it daily, weekly quest that you can get a whole bunch of ore out of while killing mobs. Alright. Right, it's down in the mines. That makes sense. For a change. Something makes sense around here. Hi, how you doing? Oh, that's right. There is a couple named mobs. And one of them is a big old cave claw. And sometimes he's near... He's near... Not Deep Descent. Wow, okay. I know the place. I can see the place. But for some reason, I cannot think of the name at the moment. Give me a second. Doran's Threshold to... No, not Chamber Crossroads. Before Chamber Crossroads. Dolphin View. So, outside of Dolphin View, the Palace of Nain. Usually I catch sight of him where, or near where the giant purple geode is. But another place he can be is down here. I can't remember his name for the life of me. The Scout's Report. You found a report about the other Orc tribe. This is a vital piece of information as it is good record of the strengths and weaknesses of their tribe. The dwarves of Orkwatch will find it invaluable. And of course we'll have to go look for its counterpart. We found the White Hand tribe report, and we'll need to find the Moria tribe report. Because apparently they are keeping track of each other. Alright, and we've actually come around in a big circle. Which is good, because we want to head back up to Orkwatch. So we can pause. Because, obviously... the neighbors out here aren't too friendly. I don't think they're going to let me use a cot for the night. The dwarves, on the other hand, will probably at least throw a cloak on the stone floor and let me sleep. Alright. We're back at Orkwatch. And next time we will continue the quest here at Redhorn Lodes, as well as the epic quest to find the rest of the black powder. But until then, bye for now.